Alright, so check this out. For the Novice Challenge, in order to get to the first key, which is practically within the first dungeon you go through from this old guy right here, I needed to create a party with myself and 3 pilgrims. Now, the first pilgrim was available at the start from the meeting place. However, in order to get another 2, I had to actually go and create them. As for try not to mind the names too much. The names I came up with, I pretty much used a random generated randomized name website, and so we've got. I named the hero Novice, since this is part of the Novice Challenge. This is his current setup. He is at level. What level's he at? He's poisoned. Of course he's poisoned. I believe he's at level 6, if I'm not mistaken. I just don't have a means to heal him right now. But he's at a high enough level where he can pretty much fend for himself for most attacks. So I pretty much got everybody else, as far as the pilgrims go, at a fair level. Fair equipment. It really wasn't that difficult, considering that every pilgrim pretty much has when you at least get them the first level or 2, it kind of varies. They come with I want to say Wayfarer's clothes and a club. Not bad starting equipment, but I got some of them better geared up. And each of them can learn heal. So healing is not really that big of an issue when it comes to singing it out with the long, dragged out battles, because some of the monsters can come in big groups sometimes. So yeah, as you can see, getting to the guy with the key in this setup really wasn't that hard at all. It just took a little doing. Had to maybe do a little bit of level grind, a little bit of money grind to get better gear before, making our way through the tower. So we're just gonna walk right up to this guy and talk to him real quick. So you have come, Novice. I dreamed that I gave you this key. So I give you the thief's key. Do you accept it? Yes. And there we go. That was the Novice Challenge. Now we'll see how the intermediate one holds up. Okay, so for the intermediate challenge, it consists of having 1 fighter and 2 merchants as your followers. Now, this one is a little bit tougher because, aside from the fact I had to actually create said classes, there wasn't any by default available at the start. But none of the 3 can use magic, as you can see here. They don't have any MP whatsoever, so it kind of falls on to me, in this case being intermediate, to have to deal with the magic whenever I learn it. I actually got a bit of a lower level for the hero. Surprisingly, he didn't really level up as much as the other classes did. As a matter of fact, my merchants are the highest level of the group. So it took a little bit more doing, considering that the fighter can't really use weapons. He's more meant for his fists. I mean, he could use a stick, but it's actually weaker for him. And the merchants, I believe, they can't really use heavy equipment either. I mean, they can have Wayfarer's clothes, but they can't have real heavy armor. They're good for picking up extra gold from battles, from what I've noticed lying around. But be that as it may, took a little bit longer compared to the 3 pilgrims for the challenge, but wasn't that difficult overall. Still managed to get up to this point in the tower where we just need to go up and get the first key off of them. And there we go. So you have come intermed. I dreamed I gave you this key, and we're going to accept the key, and there we go. That is the intermediate challenge done. Now, Wait for the pro. Right. So for the pro, they want you to go with the worst class ever. The Goof-Off. Not just one Goof-Off, 3 Goof-Offs. I mean, look at this. Look at these guys. I mean, they look like little elves carrying around candy canes, just happy-go-lucky without a care in the world. They have the absolute worst, and I mean worst, of stats ever from the start. I really had to deal with constant death after death of some of these guys, because they just, their strength, their defense, practically everything, except for their luck, is the only somewhat redeeming factor that they gain with every level up they make. Is it. I mean, sometimes they don't even attack every time, and attacking is all they can do. They don't know any spells, they have little intelligence. It's a goof-off. It's like just a piss-poor class. I mean, normally, why would you want a goof-off in your party is beyond me. So for that, I just straight up named them Larry, Moe, and Curly. I made them the Three Stooges for this challenge. So yeah, this really took some doing, and surprisingly, 2 of the Goof-Offs, Moe and Curly, got higher leveled than even my main character here at level 4. And from what I've heard from another guy that also did this challenge for his channel, he was talking about you had to be at least level 6. Well, yeah, I can see why, because the other 3 are pretty much just meat shields, as he put it. I still managed to get them somewhat decent equipment where they could kind of hold their own, at least for some of the weaker enemies, but for the most part, yeah, it was down to the main character I call Pro here to try to pick up the slack for everybody else. Annoying as hell, but not impossible. I managed, after some doing, to get him to this point in the tower. So let's just get this key and get it over with. So you have come, Pro. I dreamed that I gave you this key. So I gave you the thief's key. Do you accept? Yes. And there you go. The Pro challenge done. All 3 have been completed. Till next time.